when she was on her way home from the date. And then
just 8 hours, and that worried you?
Yeah, it didn't worry me, but I was like, I found myself jealous that she was on a date with another guy.
Gotcha.
Like, it wasn't the fact that I was like, it wasn't the fact like I could go without talking to her.
Yeah.
It was the fact that I knew that she was with another guy, and that like maybe she's gonna like this guy more than she likes me. You know,
Right.
I've invested this time, and she's not even gonna like that kind of stuff. It's just like insecurity, really.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
It wasn't like, because when I told her, like, look, I can't talk to you, and, like, I didn't talk to her for a day, and it didn't bother me at all, because we had made a decision about it,
Yeah.
My issue with not talking to her was like, oh, she's with somebody else, and it bothered me more than I care to admit, man. Like, I don't want to, like, care that much, about somebody that I'm not even with.
No,
but I like her a lot,
Well...
So
and you mentioned her listening to the podcast, and part of me feels guilty about, like, I feel kind of like a jerk for mentioning that about people, not just girls but people that say I'm probably gonna break your heart, or I'm probably gonna do something stupid,
right?
But at the end of the day, that's how that kind of quote comes across. It's like a lot of times people only say that if they know that they're going to either go out of their way to do something stupid, or they know that they can't really control themselves. So like, I'm probably going to end up doing something dumb, and you're not going to like it.
And I don't think it's so much that. I think that she knows that, like, she, as much as she may want to be with me, she can't.
Yeah. Kind
of thing, right? And so, like, and what I told her is, like, I'm going to get attached. You're not going to be able to give me what I need. And then, so you will break my heart,
Yeah.
And it sucks.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. I don't know, man.
Yeah. Well, either way, I hope that it works out in the end, man. I mean, at the end of the day, I want to see you happy. I don't care about anybody else. But no, I want to see you happy, and if this girl in the end makes you happy, then I say pursue it. But if
she does, that's the thing. Like, she makes me happy, and like, it's not even like I was gonna say. It's like she's playing hard to get. She's not playing hard to get. She's like, she's super guarded, man. Like, that's what it is. Like, she told me, she's like, I can't go through the heartache that I went through when I got divorced, like, I get it. Like, I understand that that was extremely hard for you. Like, she still admits today that she never wanted the divorce. It was her husband that got the divorce and wanted it. And, I don't know, man. It's, but it's all learning stuff, man. Like, I think the silver lining for me is that, I'm able to kind of gauge how much I can take and what I can. And, if this doesn't work out, I'll know for the next time,
Yeah.
Sometimes I get down on myself because I'm like, man, am I really that, like, unlikable that I date these girls and then it just never goes anywhere? But that's you're not going to hit it off the first time. And we can't all have a Brandon and Trish story where you go out on a date and you're married you're together for 12 years or whatever.
Right. Don't let the outward appearances fool you. What we've got is pretty perfect. But no, my wife and I have had that conversation before, where like it was real calm too. Not like oh, when I leave you, like, no, but we've had that conversation where I've told us, like, if things ever went south, like, as far as dating, I don't think it's like on the table for me. I don't think that's in the cards. Like, I always told myself if I got married, it was one time, and I'm done. So dating after marriage for me right now is not an option. But that's not saying much, because right now it doesn't look like divorce is on the table for me. So one bridge at a time, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing: you don't have to date anybody to have sex with someone.
That is true.
At the end of the day, you have needs. It's not about. You don't have to be in love with somebody to bang them.
Right, but at the same time, marriage has led me to be an expert in lotions. So I mean, the sex at the end of the day is not anything I'm worried about, I guess.
Right.
I don't know. It's more of the connection with another person, and I've been with my wife for a majority. I'd say about 95% of my adult life. So I don't know. You put that much time into a relationship with somebody. Right. If it goes bad after that, it's like, I'm probably gonna take some me time.
Yeah, and that, I mean,
and that's not to
honestly,
to
like I wouldn't like, who would be like, oh, you were married for 20 years and now you're just gonna call it quits and not date anymore, and you're like, yeah,
right,
yeah, that is what, like,
yeah, I wouldn't hold that against anybody either. Yeah. But at the same time, not to make it a negative, I'm just merely pointing out the fact that as far as the dating scene goes nowadays, I don't know. I feel bad for anybody still in it, like which is kind of why I'm supporting you in whichever route you go. Right. I just want to see you. If being with somebody will make you happy, then I want to see you with somebody.
Yeah,
but I don't want to see you jump into something just because it's there.
Right.
Well,
that's the thing, man. Like I don't know, man. I hope she doesn't listen to this. No, I mean, Tiffany will. I hope that Ryan doesn't listen to this, because I liked Ryan a lot, and I think a lot of, like, Ryan is beautiful, and she's also, like, one of the things I like about Tiffany is she's real sassy, and mm-hmm. like, she can, like, take and give kind of shit, which I think is awesome.
Yeah.
Ryan was like that too, but there were just, like, some fundamental differences between me and Ryan,
Yeah.
And so, like, of course, like, when Ryan broke up with me, like, I was hurt and it sucked,
Yeah.
Actually, the worst part about, like, when she first broke up with me, I was sad for, like, 6 hours and then I was fine. But then when I saw that she was seeing somebody else, she says that she wasn't, but, like, you see pictures on Facebook where they're, like, cuddled up. You're like, well, right. This is not
it's
just
like I'm not dumb.
I've never done that with you. Like, we should, but we've never done it before.
Yeah.
So that was the hardest part, but I didn't really, like, I didn't really freak out when Ryan and I broke up. It sucked just the way any breakups do. It didn't, like, hurt me, But, like, I feel like potentially with Tiffany, it could be something really great, we just vibe so well, Unfortunately, she lives an hour and a half away. She's got, a past like we all do,
right.
And so
but
it's just,
unfortunately, you won't know how that ends up until she can kind of make up her mind and say, I want to invest the time to get us there.
Right.
So there's not much you can do on your end except for wait for them to make their decision.
Yeah, and honestly, I'm okay with that. It's not like, she'll say stuff like, I told her I went on a walk with my friend Yolanda, and Yolanda's, like, her brother's girlfriend. We went on a walk down by the river before I came here.
Yeah.
And I was talking on the phone with Tiffany one day, and a spider fell into my lap in my car, and I was like, hey, I've got to call you back. And the spider, like, got away from me. I wasn't able to, like, get it out of my car or kill it. And apparently it was sitting on my headrest when I was in the gas station getting gas.
Yeah.
And this girl killed it. And I told Tiffany about it. She's like, oh, you better snatch her up. And I was like, quit trying to get me to date other people. Like, I don't want to,
She's trying to pawn you off.
Well, and she said, like, she's like, I would much rather you break it off than me.
Right.
And that, like, I get it, but, like, if I do that,
it's like a guilt trip kind of thing.
Well, and I know, but here's the thing. I told her, I was like, I know that if I started seeing somebody else, or if I just, like, cut off communication with you, you would not be okay. Like, you like me more than you let on, you're just protecting yourself.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. So it is what it is, man. I'm just I'm trying to take it easy and remind myself that everything will be okay. I don't need to I don't owe anyone anything. I need to do what's best for me, and she needs to do what's best for her also. And maybe in those two things we'll end up being together, and maybe we won't. And either way, we're both going to be fine. You know.
Well, I hope everything works out for the best for you.
Thanks.
Past that, I don't think I have any other news.
I don't either.
No?
No.
All right. Well, we can close out. Thank you guys for listening. If you have enjoyed anything we've talked about or listening to our podcast, go check out some other great works at questendnetwork.com, short for Questionable Endeavors Network. They've got a bunch of great stuff over there. They do a radio drama style podcast. They've also got a couple podcasts on wrestling, whether it's old wrestling, new wrestling, just wrestling in general. Go check them out. They've even got a horror review podcast. Go check that out as well.
Hell yeah.
And they've got a bunch of great podcasts, a bunch of great articles. They do live video game streams. Really, go check them out. You will not regret it. You can check us out on Twitter. Jake is on Twitter at JakeYourBooty2.
Hell yeah.
I'm on there at Boris the Idiot. We are on there as a podcast at Taco Tuesday Pod. We're also on Instagram at Taco Tuesday Pod, at Boris the Idiot, and at JakeYourBooty2. You can find Jake on Facebook at Mikey McDowell.
That's it.
Boom. Look for White Chocolate.
White chocolate is me.
You know what's up.
Tiffany makes fun of me for that. She's like, "You're not white chocolate." I'm like, "You don't know shit." I did want to put out a quick plug for our other podcast, which is Therapy is a Joke, which is at therapy_is. We got another interview coming up with a local artist by the name of Soul True. Soul True.
Yeah.
Nice.
So it's going to be fun.
I also, I bring that up. I'm glad that we have, or you have an interview. I may be there, I may not. I'm not sure. But if you're listening to this and you know anybody who is a Quad City local who you think the world should know about, hit us up on that Twitter handle, therapy.
At therapy_is.
And let us know, because we're always looking for cool, new, young or old people that are making a difference and that have something to share with the world. So.
Absolutely. But for the time being, we're going to sign off. This is Brandon.
And this is Jake.
Signing out.
I spit in the face of people who don't want to be cool.